Now, as you guys know, the Philadelphia have been on this channel pounding the table for the Giants to address the cornerback 2 spot since free agency started. And most recently, Jahan Dotson is now a Philadelphia Eagle, which means Brandon Ayuk may be a Washington Commander. The need for corner becomes all the more pressing. What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. This one is a call for help, all right? This one is a please save us somebody. But before we continue, a word from our sponsor. This video is being sponsored by BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook. BetUS is the only sportsbook that is offering a 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. You are not getting a better deal than that on any market. So sign up today and get on these future odds before the season even starts. Before the Giants play the Texans in the preseason, Malik Nabers was a whole plus 1,500 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. After the game, it went down to plus 1,000. So hurry up and take advantage of this bet, because the more that Malik Nabers starts to show off that skill, the less that number is going to be. Right now, I'm going to take that bet to the house, and I'm going to be hoping that Malik Nabers wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. And listen, this won't be the first time a Giants wide receiver from LSU wins that award. Best of luck to everybody, and make sure you bet responsibly. Philadelphia Eagles traded for Jahan Dotson. All the other details involved, I don't even care about that, okay? Jahan Dotson is now a Philadelphia Eagle, and I guess that can matter a little bit, but he's mostly a slot player. You've got 2 other wide receivers ahead of him. I'm not even worried about that. What I'm really concerned about is the Washington Commanders and why they made this trade. Jahan Dotson was their first round pick in 2023, okay? My bad, 2022. For something like that to occur where you trade your first round pick after only a couple of years on the team, you might be preparing for something big, something huge. That would be possibly bringing in Brandon Ayuk to the Washington Commanders. It's been a huge thing since the draft. Jaden Daniels and Brandon Ayuk are close. I don't know how they're close, but they're close. I think, did they come from the same school? I don't remember. But they know each other pretty well, and they are on live stream together on like Instagram live or on together sometimes. And Brandon Ayuk pretty much wants to go where Jaden Daniels goes. So there's an obvious connection there. Brandon Ayuk joining the Washington Commanders would be a nightmare for the New York Giants, because there is not a lot of space between the Giants and the Commanders right now. I still think the Giants are better than the Commanders, especially I think their wide receiver core is better than the Commanders, but Brandon Ayuk makes them a better team, have a better wide receiving core, all of that. And the Giants have a huge problem at cornerback as it is. Right now, the New York Giants have a cornerback battle, a toilet bowl, if you will, for cornerback 2. You have Nick McLeod and Cordell Flott. Maybe you can even throw in Trey Hawkins in there. But no matter who wins, you know that cornerback 2 is still going to be a liability. We don't even know what we have in Deonte Banks just yet, as he is still trying to hit his stride. So this just makes everything much more scary. Checking in on our cornerback 2 battle right now, we have Nick McLeod, who is right now just being the cornerback 2 because I believe Cordell Flott may be injured right now. But Nick McLeod has been doing his due diligence in proving he is the cornerback 2 by constantly being beat and burned by Garrett Wilson.
I'm done. Cut the show.
Now, I know it's Garrett Wilson. I know he's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, but it's just not fun to see when your cornerback 2 in Nick McLeod is going viral, quite literally viral, for getting destroyed by Garrett Wilson time and time again. And as much as I hate Howie Roseman, I hate the guy. You have to learn to respect him and how he operates, because him and his roster management is out of this world. I don't know where he gets the money from. I don't know where he gets the ideas from. I don't know how he fleeces just about every trade partner he trades with. But it really makes you sit back and wonder what Howie Roseman is doing with the Eagles and what Joe Schoen is doing with the Giants. Now, in no way am I saying Joe Schoen is doing a terrible job, but I don't think Joe Schoen is really going above and beyond to making sure that this team has the right pieces around. Now, I know he did a lot for the offense, adding in Malik Neighbors, Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, and beefing up that offensive line. But if you look at the cornerback spot and you compare it to the wide receiving core of the Philadelphia Eagles, did they need to address the wide receiving core? Probably not. They're looking for a wide receiver 3 right now, but they'll be just fine with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You look at the cornerback unit right now for the Giants, you have Deonte Banks right there at cornerback 1. We still don't know what's up with him. And then you got cornerback 2, and we're doing nothing to address a position that we are desperately need. I know everybody could come up with the excuse that, hey, the Giants really wanted Kool-Aid McKinstry and Kamari Lassiter. Unfortunately, those guys were taking ahead of the Giants pick in the second round, and when they went in other directions. But the excuse becomes invalid when we're already 2 weeks away from the Giants starting their week 1 game against the Minnesota Vikings, and we still don't have an answer at that second cornerback spot. Now, I am praying that the Giants are just waiting for that second wave of free agency after the roster cutdowns happen to address that spot. But as of right now, at this moment, there are obvious players that can be of use to the Giants at that second cornerback spot. There are a couple of names that the Giants can bring in depending on how much they're willing to spend. According to some source, the Giants have about $13 million in cap right now. I am not opposed to bringing back a Dory Jackson, a Steven Nelson, Eli Apple even. I don't care. Bradley Roby? I don't care. Maybe a Kilo Witherspoon who has had opportunities to start on multiple teams. There are a couple of good names in there that you can honestly just bring in here, even if he's just a band-aid for the moment. Now, the Giants don't have huge expectations for the season, but there are jobs on the line. You have to make sure you're winning as much games as possible. Although some people really want the Giants to lose as much games as possible, I know Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll want to win as many games as possible. And I can promise you the secondary that we have right now is in need of not only a cornerback 2, but a veteran presence. Bringing back Adoree Jackson, I think would still work wonders. I don't think Adoree Jackson is the player that he was maybe 2-3 years ago, but at the same time, he adds a body, right? A veteran presence, a guy that you can plug and play and start and not have to worry about too much. But you also add that other element of mentorship in practice, in the locker room, as a unit. You know, we don't have anybody there to help these cornerbacks besides the coaches, but we all know a lot of these players, these young players, get the majority of what they learn through veteran players. The coaching does play a part, do not get me wrong at all, and I know Jerome Henderson is going to do his best to make sure those defensive backs are ready, but having a veteran player in there does wonders for a young cornerback. And forget about Cordell Flott, Nick McLeod, Andrew Phillips, those guys. It could even help Deonte Banks. So after these moves today, and maybe even future moves with the Commanders bringing in Ayuk, the Giants need to address this position. It is going to be a huge liability in the season if they don't. But that being said, guys, that is the video. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video. And what do you guys think? Do you guys think we are in a life or death situation to address cornerback, or are you okay with the guys that we have and you want to watch them develop? And if you do want to bring in a cornerback, who do you want to bring in? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!